Do you believe the United States is the greatest country in the world?
Yes.
Yes.
A popular insult thrown around when people go against.
There is a debate about this. Okay, oh my god, maybe I'm sounding too American now, but there is really a debate about this. I mean, isn't America the number one country in multiple fronts? If America is not the greatest country in the world, what country it is? Specific because we have to put in perspective the size of the country. Don't start with the BS saying, oh, what about Denmark? I mean, shut up. I mean, that makes no sense. Compare the size of both countries, and of course, Denmark is easier to manage. Switzerland also the same thing. Today I'll be reacting to top 10 things you should never say to an American. My friends, I really wonder what those things are. But before we go into that, let me ask you for one thing. If you can leave a like, thank you so much. Is the best way to show support. Now, if you can subscribe, well, in that case, forget about it. You make my day. Have that in consideration. Link for the original video in my description, and let's play it. By the way, you can fact check those because this is Watch Mojo. We have to fact check them.
Seriously, how much money you make?
I told you, 70,000.
How much money?
Technically, 72,000 last month. Something like that.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things you should never say to an American.
How much do you weigh?
About 108, I think.
For this list, we'll be looking.
Okay, my friends, I really hope this video will not go with you should never ask how much a person makes, how much a person weighs, because this is just not only in America, my friends. This is all across Europe, and I suppose in most parts of the world.
Looking at statements and questions to avoid when interacting with U.S. citizens, who could very well be shocked, disagreeable, or downright offended if these are said. Are there any big no-nos we missed? Sound off in the comments.
Okay,
Number
let's
10,
see it.
there's no such thing as American food.
Que say hamburger with a donut for a bun? Surely there is no gut here.
It's no secret that
Okay, well, friends, come on. Who says that there is no such thing as an American food? Of course, America is basically there is a lot of influence from Europe, from different cultures, right? But there is American food. I have a cooking show, my friends, that proves that. I did biscuits and gravy, chili and cornbread. I don't even know, my friends. I did so much stuff, by the way. Take a look at those videos. And trust me, American cuisine may be the best in the world. I said it.
that fusion cuisine spans the U.S. The land of immigrants and diverse cultures has inevitably been shaped by a wide range of traditions.
And that's amazing.
But listen, Americans do in fact have a lot of their own regional cuisines. Cajun, Tex-Mex, Pennsylvania Dutch, and soul food, to name a few.
Ooh, soul
Influences from other nations have certainly been Americanized, but Americans would argue that they do have their own distinct food staples.
Peanut butter.
To be fair, my friends, sometimes you guys do crazy mix. I have to admit here, sometimes I think, oh my god, this may not work. But most of the time I get surprised. It works.
Americanized, but Americans would argue that they do have their own distinct food staples.
Peanut butter burger is one of my favorites here.
You wouldn't think the peanut butter and the burger would go great together, but man, what a combination it is.
What the hell? Okay, my friends, I was talking about crazy combinations and you guys present me with peanut butter burger? Anyone watching ever had that? Actually, should I try it?
The hamburger is generally considered the national dish in America, a
It
favorite
is.
regularly enjoyed at fast food establishments and all-American BBQs. If you challenge an American on where the hamburger originated, be ready for a debate.
You're getting the vol.
Wait, my friends, there is no debate there. I mean, there is a city in Germany with the name Hamburg, right? Or I don't even know how you say it, but it's basically the same translation. In Portuguese, we say Hamburgo. So there is no debate, right? I mean, like, come on, can we? But I also think there is no debate what country made the burger so popular. America. So in my book, belongs to America.
If you challenge an American on where the hamburger originated, be ready for a debate.
You're getting the volume of a burger, the flavor of the bacon. The whole top of that patty is just all that crispy, crunchy, unctuous flavor. Then on the inside, it's super tender.
Number 9, college is so expensive.
Just try. I'll go to some ridiculously expensive college and let you loan me a car.
There's no need to say this. Americans are well aware. though many
Okay.
agree that the
I was about to say, maybe this isn't true. It's true, you guys just know it's true, so shut up, basically, right?
cost of higher education is outrageously expensive, there's
Okay.
little they can do about it. It's a popular item on political agendas that have long been advocated for. Mention of this in a conversation will likely just make an American angry about something they've already been annoyed with for decades. They've taken out massive student loans, paid the overpriced tuitions, and students have complained about it extensively amongst themselves.
I spent 200 grand on higher education and I still haven't figured it out.
200 grand? Your parents must be pissed.
Nope, all student loans.
They'd love to enjoy the
200. Holy, okay, that's a lot.
affordability that exists in Norway and Sweden. So, unless that happens, don't remind them of how much they're paying.
Thanks for lying.
You like lies? Here's a few. College is expensive, but it's worth it.
Number 8.
I love that joke. Because to be fair, my friends, college, I understand some people to follow their dream need to go to college. But I also believe a lot of people don't need, and they end up spending a lot of money without any type of logic.
That's not real football.
Did you
Too, boy, controversial topic for me, my friends.
know some historians think American football is based on an ancient Aztec game? It's not American football, it's just football.
The debate surrounding soccer.
Wait, it's incorrect to say American football. Oh man, I say American football just to make a diff. Oh, but I'm European. That makes sense. Never mind, my friends.
Versus football will likely rage on forever. If there's one thing Americans unitedly agree on, it's that football means throwing around a pigskin. They never refer to kicking a ball as football. That's soccer. Though soccer is a popular sport in America, it's generally not as beloved as it is by diehard European football fans.
Wait, my friends, but it's growing a lot, right? Actually, this is just between me and you, and be very honest, very honest in the comment section. Any chance soccer can become the #1 sport in America? Or do you guys think this is impossible? You guys may like football too much. Actually, I'm going soccer with football. But you guys may like your football version too much, or there is a possibility. Because I was watching some news that they say that parents nowadays, they put kids in soccer because of all the injuries you may get in normal football, right? So maybe because of that may grow, but I don't know, my friends.
I have never coached the sport.
Sorry, let's run it back. And the World Cup, the next World Cup will be in America.
Not as beloved as it is by diehard European football fans.
No, I have never coached the sport that you folks call football at any level. Jesus. And
I have to
you
watch
could
this
fill
show.
2 internets with what I don't know about football.
American football is the nation's favorite, and citizens are quite passionate about their teams. Americans will probably laugh at you if you try to compare the same named sports, and they won't be happy if you question their hardcore fandom. American football is rooted in the culture, so minimizing its significance won't be received well.
It's an amazing sport.
Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose.
Number 7, do I have to tip?
Come on, throw in a
Yes.
buck.
I don't tip.
You don't tip?
No, I don't believe in it.
This question will always be answered with a resounding yes. You absolutely must tip at pretty much any establishment where a service is being provided. Unlike
But you guys told me that in fast food you don't have to tip. My friends, this is, I know I asked this multiple times, but I still don't figure out that well how much should I tip, and I'm going to America this year. This is what, between 10 to 20%, but maybe nowadays is more common to be 20%, right? Tell me in the comments if I'm making a correct assumption. And look, you guys give me money on YouTube. When I go to America, I will tip. I will give the money back again.
in European countries, tipping is habitual standard practice in the US. Failure to do so will be met with shock from employees and glares from Americans you might be dining with.
Let me just get...
Sorry. I actually saw also on the news that, I'm not sure if, I believe it was Trump that said that they will not tax tips anymore. Is this already official? I actually think that's a good idea, right? Because, I mean, at the end of the day, if we are tipping, even the person that tips probably does not feel comfortable that the government takes apart from, because you are giving that money to that specific employee, right?
Be met with shock from employees and glares from Americans you might be dining with.
Let me just get this straight. You don't ever tip, huh?
I don't tip because society says I have to. All right, I mean, I'll tip if somebody really deserves a tip. If they really put forth the effort, I'll give them something extra. But I mean, this tipping automatically, it's for the birds.
These workers are already underpaid as it is. So many not only expect tips, but rely on them as part of their income. Unless you want to look cheap or rude in public, avoid this question at all costs and be prepared to engage in this customary show of respect.
You don't care they're counting on your tips to live? You know what this is? It's the world's smallest violin playing just for the waitresses.
Number 6. How much do you weigh?
Ask Jeff.
Honestly, my friends, the thing with this is, I know this is basically probably a video that is joking about, and Americans may have a different opinion, but if you come from other country and you don't tip in America, that's a lack of you are disrespecting the culture. I really believe that because look, you think you come here and you change America. I mean, just tip, be kind, and look, the American service from you guys, from what you guys tell me, it's pretty amazing.
Smallest violin playing just for the waitresses.
Number 6. How much do you weigh?
Ask Jeff if he'll give you.
Okay, to be fair, this one, of course, it's a bit obnoxious. Is that the word in English? I hope so. To ask, but here is the same thing. More to ladies, to be fair. To men, people don't care that much. But it's still something that you should not ask. Unless you know the person and you are very friendly with that person. Then maybe.
His weight.
You're not going to give me a weight? She doesn't even know how much I weigh.
Asking this will likely get you scolded or condemned. While commenting on someone's weight is not as offensive overseas, it's a rather touchy subject in the US. In addition to the number on the scale being regarded as personal knowledge, different...
No, but here I disagree with the video, my friends. At least in my country, it is also a bit rude, honestly.
...and diverse beauty standards exist in America.
But are you still losing? Wait, are you still losing weight?
Are we on a first date?
Just curious.
Am I? Well, I don't know. I guess it depends.
Or are you gay?
Movements to accept and embrace body diversity are prevalent. So refraining from discussing weight has become a way to not offend anyone, regardless of whether you think them too small or too large. Inquiring about this sensitive matter is a surefire way to piss off an American. So it's best to keep rudely perceived questions and comments to yourself.
I'd rather be dead in the Sea of Cortez than have you know what I weigh.
I don't want your weights. The captain wants them. Who's going to disobey a captain?
Number 5. Americans are overly patriotic.
That's amazing.
USA. I got a feeling that it's gonna be a wonderful day.
The flag, the national anthem, the 4th of July,
amazing.
Soaring eagles, all encompass and symbolize American patriotism and deep-rooted values of a free collective identity.
My friends, I say that you guys are patriotic. The video says things that you should never say. I actually say this, that you guys are very patriotic, but I say this with the most respect and admiration, my friends. Actually, I love that you guys love your own country because I also love my country. Actually, my friends, this is the time to ask for this. Can I get a like for America? Because there is no such thing as being overly patriotic. I mean, that's amazing.
Symbols might be just that in other countries, but Americans take their meaning and significance especially seriously.
America, America.
Since winning the Revolutionary
Wait, that's actually a movie with the things opening.
War, many citizens have maintained a strong sense of nationality, even through cultural movements and attempts to drive social change. As such, it's safer to avoid criticisms of patriotic displays that might appear to be over the top, even if some Americans secretly agree with you. It's essentially a lose-lose, where you could either offend somebody who doesn't care or offend someone who does.
And should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday.
Number 4. How much money do you make?
Understand how it happens.
See, this type of points, the video is good so far, but this type of points, I also think they are not just, American exclusive.
How much money you make?
I don't know. 70,000 last month.
In the U.S., money is kind of taboo, especially in discussions around citizen salaries. This is something that's more openly talked about elsewhere, whereas Americans are more tight-lipped on the matter.
Sorry, it's kind of crazy that DiCaprio didn't win the Oscar here and won in a movie that I thought was just okay.
Similarly to inquiring about someone's weight, income is understood to be personal.
I get $50,000 a hit. How much do you make?
I just get to keep whatever's in the guy's wallet.
It's sort of an unspoken rule of etiquette amongst the population that everyone's intimate financial details are only theirs to know, and others should respect that. Some employers even have implied or written pay secrecy policies in place, which discourage talk of employee pay. With this understanding ingrained in the minds of Americans, one would benefit from limiting work conversations to careers, excluding salaries.
You took a cab?
Yeah? So?
How much do you make?
Kramer. I love
Number
Seinfeld.
3, your measurement system is crazy.
I mean, America, you
This is rude to say. Okay, I may have said this in the past. Sorry, my friends.
guys have your own thing, the imperial system, you know? On my side of the world, we use the metric system, and by my side, I mean the rest of the world.
Though it's used by pretty much the rest of the world, the metric system isn't used by Americans. So,
But the reason you guys don't change this system is probably because of you will have to spend a lot of money in updates to a lot of stuff, right?
talk of kilometers or anything of that sort will probably be met with blank stares. The US has a more complex and confusing imperial system that is unique to the nation.
You explain to me.
Yes.
How the country that can send men and hopefully women to the moon.
Yeah, all and beyond.
Still are in gallons and inches.
Many Americans would likely admit that the metric system is superior in terms of efficiency, but its adoption is unlikely in the US. With that said, you're better off trying to conceptualize measurements with Americans by reverting to descriptions that they would understand. It's about 3 football fields long would certainly get your point across.
One of the great things about Americans is we won't change no matter how good it would be for us.
Number 2.
But the thing is, in the UK, right, my friends, they also have a weird metrics, not metric, but they have almost a mix of both systems. Am I saying something crazy? At least I have that idea that they also speak in stones and something like that.
Things about Americans is we won't change no matter how good it would be for us.
Number 2. Capitalism sucks.
Capitalism is the only way, Leslie. It moves our country forward. It's what makes America great. And England okay, and France terrible.
Capitalism is a founding principle of American culture that has evolved into an ideology. It is the system that dominates both major political parties, as free markets and privatization are solid fixtures in American society. Regardless of whether an American is pro or anti-capitalist, the economic subject is touchy and shouldn't be casually introduced in conversation.
You're going to be convinced of that till next month when you get to James Lemon. Then you're going to be talking about how the economies of Virginia and Pennsylvania were entrepreneurial and capitalist way back in 1740.
Doing so will most likely spark a heated debate that brings the idea of equally contentious socialism.
Wait, but capitalism is just better, my friends. There is such a debate about this. You know, I don't get it.
Will most likely spark a heated debate that brings the idea of equally contentious socialism into the mix. Americans of varying ages have strong feelings about the economic system on both ends of the spectrum, so steering clear of it altogether is your best bet.
Hey, fellas! Look what I found in my pocket! Look! A year's salary right here! What I call them? Fun coupons!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe.
Honestly, my friends, here, I'm getting a bit exposed because I really like that America embraces capitalism. Sorry if you disagree, just my opinion.
Subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified.
I guess in this case, I'm going with you because Americans like capitalism, right? But for the ones that dislike, I mean, I respect your perspective, but I like it.
About our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos
Friends,
or all
like.
of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into settings and switch on your notifications. Number 1, America isn't the greatest country on earth.
Can you
Who
say
says that?
why America is the greatest country in the world?
There's that long-standing idea that America is the promised land, the greatest nation. Nowadays, some might disagree, but it's safer to just avoid saying this. Considering the reputation America's gained, it's no surprise that citizens have tendencies to get defensive when its superiority is questioned, or, on the other hand, passionately criticize it.
Do you believe the United States is the greatest country in the world?
Yes.
A popular insult thrown around when people go against.
There is a debate about this. Okay, oh my God, maybe I'm sounding too American now, but there is really a debate about this. I mean, isn't America the number one country in multiple fronts. I mean, maybe not in everything, but in most things. So if America is not the greatest country in the world, what country it is? Specific because we have to put in perspective the size of the country. Don't start with the BS saying, oh, what about Denmark? I mean, shut up. I mean, that makes no sense. Compare the size of both countries. And of course, Denmark is easier to manage. Switzerland also, the same thing. But for such a massive country, America is number one. I mean, there is a debate about this. Tell me what companies Sweden end up creating that are relevant in the world right now. No, okay, IKEA, okay, that's a good one. But apart from that, you know what I mean? In America, Apple, Microsoft, and the list does not stop.
The idea is the common, go back to your country if you don't like it, which no one wants to hear. You don't have to say America is the greatest, but never express alternative opinions unless you're up for potential confrontation.
And I'm actually going to say something that I really believe. Americans believe that America is the best country in the world, but most Americans are also very respectful to other people's countries. Because I say I love Portugal, and I say I believe Portugal is the best country in the world, and you guys respect that because you guys understand that's the country where I was born, where I have my family. I know Portugal does not have the best economy. You guys don't have to tell me, but you guys still respect that because at the end of the day, is saying that is the best country in the world is the best for you. You know, there is also that component, right? So, I mean, the other day I was watching, and tell me if you guys relate with this. I was watching a guy from the UK, those guys, right? Washington was so correct about them. But I was watching a guy from the UK that went to Lisbon and was criticizing the city non-stop. I was getting so mad. Even if he is right in certain points, you know what? Come, you are in my country, man. Shut up. You know what I mean? With all the respect, my friends, at least say something nice to make a balance. People that are disrespectful, even when they are correct, out. I don't care about them.
You say it, you could also...
Do you guys understand this? Because I know there is also YouTubers that go to America and criticize everything, you know. So you guys may also understand what I'm trying to say. Just, you know, try to understand that there is people that love this place.
So here's something like this.
First step in solving any problem is recognizing there is one. America is not the greatest country in the world anymore.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I end up clicking on another video. Top 20 most popular movies of all time. I should watch this one. Leave me the number 20 in the comments. But now, being serious, my friends, thank you so much for watching this with me. Really means a lot. You guys end up staying until the end. I thought this was pretty great. But yeah, tell me your perspective in the comment section if you agree. And be honest with me. I would say I'm a respectful person for the American culture, right, my friend? At least I always try my best. So I think I would be okay in America, right, my friends? But yeah, thank you so much. See you guys in the next one. Bye, my friends.